tensions escalate. Iran has upped the ante in its retaliatory attacks on global energy supplies, targeting 2 foreign oil tankers in Iraqi waters with suspected drone strikes. In a separate incident, a geolocated video circulating on social media appears to show an Iranian drone hitting a fuel storage tank in a port in Oman, sparking a massive fire. These brazen attacks have sent shockwaves through the global energy market, with oil prices surging back above the $100 mark. Despite efforts to calm the market, including the International Energy Agency's announcement to release a record 400 million barrels of oil from reserves, prices remain volatile. Meanwhile, U.S. President Trump has been claiming victory in the escalating conflict, stating that it's just a matter of time before the situation resolves in America's favor. However, the situation on the ground tells a different story, with the conflict widening and innocent civilians caught in the crossfire. In a disturbing development, the U.S. military has admitted to accidentally bombing an Iranian elementary school on February 28th, likely due to outdated intelligence on a nearby naval base. The incident has sparked widespread outrage and raised concerns about the humanitarian implications of the conflict. A container ship operating off the coast of the United Arab Emirates was hit by a mysterious projectile, sparking a small fire on board in the early hours of Thursday, according to the UK's maritime trade operations. The incident, which occurred 35 nautical miles north of Jebel Ali, a major port city near Dubai, is the latest in a string of attacks on vessels navigating the Persian Gulf, with Iran suspected to be behind the escalating violence. The UK MTO reported that while a full damage assessment was hindered by darkness, all crew members were safe and accounted for. This latest incident follows a spate of attacks on oil tankers and cargo ships in the region, including 2 foreign oil tankers that were left ablaze in Iraqi waters overnight after an Iranian attack, resulting in at least 1 fatality and the rescue of 38 crew members. Meanwhile, a Thai bulk carrier caught fire and was evacuated after being attacked in the Strait of Hormuz on Wednesday, with 2 other vessels also reporting strikes the same day. The escalating tensions have sent shockwaves through the global shipping industry, with concerns growing over the safety of vessels operating in the vital waterway.
The escalating conflict between the U.S., Israel, and Iran is taking a significant toll on the Middle East's travel and tourism sector, with estimated losses of at least $600 million per day in international visitor spending, according to the World Travel and Tourism Council. The ongoing crisis has disrupted air travel, shaken traveler confidence, and reduced regional connectivity, leading to a sharp decline in demand across the region. The Middle East, which accounts for 5% of global arrivals and 14% of international transit traffic, is feeling the brunt of the impact. Major hubs like Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Doha, and Bahrain, which typically handle around 526,000 passengers daily, have been forced to shut down or operate with significant disruptions for nearly 2 weeks, causing chaos and driving up airfares. The WTTC's analysis, based on its 2026 pre-conflict forecast, had projected $207 billion in international visitor spending across the region this year. However, the current situation is threatening to derail these projections, with the group warning that any disruption to travel flows quickly translates into substantial economic impact across the tourism ecosystem. Despite the challenges, WTTC President and CEO Gloria Guevara remains optimistic, stating that travel and tourism is a resilient sector with a history of rapid recovery. Guevara emphasized the importance of clear communication, strong public-private coordination, and measures to reinforce safety and stability in rebuilding travelers' trust. The sector has faced numerous challenges in the past and has always emerged stronger, she said, urging stakeholders to work together to mitigate the impact and restore confidence in the region's travel and tourism industry.
Saudi Arabia is redirecting maritime trade to its western ports in the Red Sea to avoid the Strait of Hormuz, where Iran is attacking ships that try to cross. Ships going to and from the country's eastern ports facing the Persian Gulf need to transit the strait, which has been effectively closed since the war with Iran broke out. The new Saudi initiative will see that trade conducted via its Red Sea ports and adds logistics routes to receive containers and cargo being redirected from ports across the Gulf. The transport and logistics system is operating efficiently by boosting the operational capacity of ports, airports, and transport networks to ensure stable supply chains, the country's transport and logistics minister, Saleh Al-Jasser, said during a visit to one of the Red Sea ports, according to Saudi Arabia's state news agency.
Launch sequence initiated. Clear the area.